Hello everyone. So that's hot sauce video today. It's been like a month that I've uploaded anything on the hot sauce series, but today there's like a nice setup I would like to show you basically. So as you can see right here, right, this is the 4 hour time frame. Okay, so we took the buy side right here, right, above the relative equal high. And basically, right here was a change in state of delivery. We destroy all of these lows right there. And basically, that was the model number one, which is the retracement program that we target this outsource box from the 4 hour, right? And right now, I want to take the outsource number two, which is the expansion of this candle here and retarget this relative equal low right here. Okay. So, pretty simple, right? That's the hot sauce right here on the 4 hour. It plot automatically, right? So you don't really like need to go crazy, right? It's automatically done, right? So right now this is the 5 minute. Let's go to 15 minute. Um, you see on the 15 minute we're about to get a change in state of delivery if we break below this previous 15 minute low, right? And I'll put it on 1 sec. I think I'll put it on full. That's the thing. No, I cannot. I mean, if I press F12, yeah. Okay, cool. Let's go like that. Because otherwise you cannot see the time, right? So like it's so we're like in lunchtime right now, right? So there's still like that's the truth. Like there's still 9 minutes to go on this 15 minutes. So I'm not forcing anything right now. I'm just relaxing. I'm just looking at this. But inside of this, right, we got like this, right, buy side I got taken, right? We got this buy side right here, including all of those high right here, right? Those are all uh they're all been like, trigger. And basically the sell side is gonna be inside of this buy side of the curve right here, right? So when we go up and we activated all those buy side right here, all of those lows right here, they're getting packed by people that wants to go long, right? So like their stop loss is relatively below those lows, right? So that's the first price delivery basically below this previous 15-minute low. Um, but what I'd like to see basically is like the same hot sauce like thing that we see right here, the same pattern that we see on the 4 hour, but on the 15 minute. So from the 15 minute, I'm gonna jump on the 5 minute and I'm gonna break it down and like move forward to retarget those lows right here inside of the sell side of the curve. So I'll take a like and it's like a paper trade, right? Because I'm already done for the day. Like, I was like doing a nice trade yesterday, and I'm done. So I lock out myself, and I don't need to take any more trade for today. So right now I'm just paper trading and also tape reading. So as you can see right here, we basically inside this rejection block right here, right? And look how it go above the upper portion and reject this value. So like I think the damage is already done in terms of like taking buy side and taking like I don't really expect to retake this high, so that's an area where we can put our stop, right? So I can keep this rejection block right here. I'll put it orange, I think, yeah. I must like choose a nice color for the rejection block. I think that can be a So there's 7 minutes left. I'm gonna pause the video because I don't want you guys to wait 7 minutes, and also I'm gonna run out of like what I can say. I mean, I can talk every minute on what the price doing, but I prefer like doing like a short video so you guys don't become overwhelmed, right? So I'm gonna pause the video and I'll come back in like 6 7 minutes and we're gonna look at what's going on. Okay. So this is just a quick recap as well because I wanted to go over the outsource model too on the cell model, right? But basically, right, like as you can see, right, that's the hot sauce right here. So like this red box, right? It's not a random box, okay? That box plot based on the If you take the high and of this bullish candle, you take the high and the low, right? That give you an equilibrium level. Okay. You take the high and the low of this candle that do the change instead of delivery, right? And then you get a 50% value out of that, right? So your 50% is gonna plot from the 50% of that a black candle and the green candle right here. So that give you like a balance, area or balance zone. And inside of that, there's multiple stuff. Okay, like if you go deeper and you want to know what it is, like you can have a 50-50 like that box, and you go on lower time frame inside of that, and you can see what's going on. But that's a hot sauce for that reason, okay? Because there's a lot of thing inside of that. And basically, the model I want to take right now and NQ, right, is this um rejection from this box right here and retarget the buy side of the curve that retrace, basically like attack the retracement program on the sell side. Okay, so right now, like basically if we take the high and the low of this, like we're above 50% because we're inside this red box, right? So that's the ID basically. So right now we're like in premium price, we're very close from a fair value in terms of like the range. And basically all I want right now is like a change in state of delivery on the 15-minute that proves that we wants to go down in this area, basically like leaving this area basically and start attacking the sell side from the buy side of the curve right here. Okay. So that's going to be our trade right here. But we must see some sort of displacement. We must see some sort of like change in state of delivery. That can be a different thing. So, but as well, that's going to be the order block that can respond, right? So like we want to see this form basically. And right now, if you look at this, it's still premature, like it's still like at the beginning of the whole process, right? Why? Because it's simply just inside it's inside the range, right? So like it's literally on a balanced state right now. But also, I want to see this candle here close below previous lows, and just like build on that like Lego blocks, right? And if you look on the 4 hour, right, like that looks exactly like this, right? So like right now inside this rejection here, so we're like on equilibrium of those two previous range, right? Like look, if I take a 50% of that, I think I can like have like my 0.5. So you see that's the 0.5, right? From this high to this low. If I take this specific high to this low, right? Now you get this zone right here, and that's the hot sauce, right? That's the red box right here. So like when price come back to the zone, that's also a bearish order block, and also like since we took the buy side right here in premium, like that's a valid one. And basically right now we're just waiting for some sort of formation on the 15-minute. Okay. On the 1 hour, it looks pretty good. We have a formation of a swing high. Like, you remember what is a swing high? A swing high is basically a formation of 3 candle, right? We have a high, and we have those, right? So like there's this 3 specific high, and we have this formation right now on the 1 hour, and the 1 hour is gonna close in 30 minutes approximately. So we're technically inside of all of this. And this video was just to help you figure it out what to do with that, because now we have the theory, but you don't really know what to do with it. And I feel that, that's a nice video for that. So I'll post the video again. I mean, we have a 15-minute close in 1 minute. I guess I'll just stay here. Or, yeah, let's just. That's the thing, right? Like even if the 5 minute, like even if the 15 close, I like to get an extra 5 minutes on top of it. And those are the things that I explained my boot camp, right? Why we wants to wait for a 5 minute after the 15-minute close. And those are all like very logical stuff, right? So there's 30 seconds left on this. That's the 15-minute close. That's what I wanted to see, basically, to be honest. It looks like exactly what I want to see. But I'd like to displace a little bit more lower. Because right now, this candle, 15-minute here, close inside the previous rejection wicks, right? So, like, it's not as bearish as I want. And it's not like the displacement really that I want. But it can happen on the next 5 minute, possibly. So I'm gonna pause the video and I'll come back when this 5 minutes gonna be closed, right? So now it's 12:37 and we're still waiting for like some confirmation candle. I was on the 5 minute just to look at, and there's nothing yet. So like I'm still waiting on a 15-minute. That's a retracement inside the previous 15-minute range. So I want to see what's the reaction in premium of that, basically. So like I said, like we don't force setup when it's a model number 2 because we're inside this 50% range, right, from 2 previous candles. So like it can take a little bit of time to start, but when it starts, like you can take the trade, right? But that's why it's important to have some sort of nice confirmation inside of it, because otherwise you're just risking it's very possible. Look as like when it tapped back inside of this, right, for the first time, right here, right, like it was not reacting immediately. So like you're still, let's say you're inside the trade right here at 10, 11, 30, and you're still inside of that for 1 hour, and you're 1 hour inside of it. Like your patience gonna be like probably tired, you know what I mean? Like, so you gotta be like very, very patient on those setup. They takes time to form, especially if you base your autos based on the 4 hour, right? If you take a 15-minute or 1 hour hot sauce, that's different, right? Like you're technically your time is gonna be reduced by a lot, right? So they possibly can retake the buy side right now, That's the reason why I wanted to see the shift in the 15-minute. But since we closed inside the previous 15-minute rejection, I was like not really tempted to take anything, right? So if you look on the 4 hour, right, we still have this range right here, right? This is the range. And basically it's dynamic because this candle is still open, right? But basically we're inside of this right now, okay? So it's possible that like since the order flow is bullish, right, on this 4 hour specifically, like it's possible that it retake this high, So, but because this autos is not closed yet, right? But it's possible it start dropping too. So like when we're gonna start seeing some sort of change in state of delivery, or like on a 15-minute and come like maybe a nice fair value gap or like a nice CBs or something that show there's like a shift, right? And it's like happening now, right? Like something very obvious. But for now it's not anything obvious. So like we're still waiting. We're gonna be patient. I'm just gonna pause the video again and I'll come back on the next update. All right, so quick update. We're about to raid the previous 15-minute high. So if I zoom in a little bit, right, you can see better. That's the actual 15-minute, right? And we're about to raid the previous 15-minute high. So there's nothing bearish yet, okay? Like it's the truth. Like right now we're literally just in a small consolidation inside of this range, right? Look at how the body closed inside of this box, right? Like right here, right here, right? So there's like some internal job that has been done right now. So I'm kind of like waiting for a 15-minute change instead of delivery, and for now I'm just like looking at this. So like I said, it's possible that they retake this high. I'd like to see this high to be protect inside that rejection block, but if it starts dropping from 50% and close below that, now we're gonna look inside of that and look at what we can do basically. So I'm gonna update you guys later on. So we have a 15-minute close right there in a couple second, 30-second. And the funny fact is we just reached 15 minutes on the video as well. But we took those by side right here. Those two previous 15-minute high, that's a 30-minute range. Take the buy side above that. So like it's gonna be very interesting to see what kind of close that we can get now. There's 5 seconds left right here. So yeah, it closed like almost above the previous high. So right now it's gonna be hard to take a short because we're literally in a consolidation. When you see those candle printing side by side, right, they just basically just it's just ranging, right? But we're still inside that rejection block right here above this high. So again, we gotta submit the time. There's a speech in like 15 minutes. Well, but we're just patient, man. We're just patient. I'm gonna pause the video again, and I'll update you guys on the next 15 minutes. Cause right now it just doesn't work like to keep like stretching the video to have like a 2 hours video just for a small setup like that. We're about to reach that high right here, but it's interesting. So that's the thing, right? Like we're very bullish on the higher time frame narrative as well, on the weekly, monthly, and all that stuff. So like I would say it's a little bit cocky to take a short right now, but we have on the 4 hour that confirmation. So I'm looking at this, right? And we're almost close the box right here. So like if it break above that red hot sauce box, right, and it kind of like reject like that, right, couple wicks and the body close inside of it, that's pretty cool. But for now we're just waiting. And that's the reason why I really don't want to go on the 5 minute yet, because we have nothing on the 15 minute, right? And even on the 1 hour, like right now we retake the previous 1 hour high. So like it's going for this imbalance right now, right? Literally on the 1 hour. So like it's nowhere to go crazy right now for that. So I'm gonna pause the video and go back later on to next update. So just a quick update here. Basically re-rated the previous high right here, and if we go in a 5 minute, right, there's a new lower high form. Okay, like you can see right here. It's a new lower high form. That's a bullish candle still. We're inside the previous it's like an inside bar, right? We're inside the previous 5 minute range. So like right now it's literally consolidating. So I'm not forcing anything for now, right? We have an hour close. We're inside the macro right now, 1250 to 110, right? And it's like it's nothing insane right now. So like I'm still waiting to see some sort of like confirmation, right? That's a swing high. We have a bullish fair value gap right here in premium, obviously, but it's something that I can utilize in as inverted fair value gap if I really want to. So let's go back on 15. On 15, it's literally a jam pack of like traffic, right? So I'm kind of like waiting to see what's going on next. On the 4 hour, it still look the same thing as what I was like talking before, right? You have a lower high form right here, right? New lower low. That's you know, we're inside the previous 4 hour range, and basically we have this divergence, right? So I'm just relaxing, to be honest, and we're also inside this BPR right there. So like it's pretty interesting on a 5 minute. So I guess I can mark this inverted fair value gap on the 5 minute just in case that we break through, so I can use it, right? EFVG is purple one. There you go. So I'll keep this, but it's not inverted yet, right? So I'll put it on a bullish fair value gap for now. So let's go back on 15-minute and I'll update you guys later on. All right, so we're back. It's now 1 p.m., right? That just opened. Basically, on the 5-minute, if I zoom a little bit more, right, on the 5-minute, you see there's a bearish hot sauce right here. Okay, that's a change in state of delivery, right? We tap below that. So I kind of use this as an inverted fair value gap now. There we go. So if you go to 1 minute, right, you can see right now we're retrace inside of this, above this high, reject this. So like my entry was here, right? Like literally here. And basically right now I'll probably take one partial right here. And the reason why I do that is because I have a lot of risk above it, right? 1.6k right here risk. So if I take one right here, I reduce my risk by a decent amount, conserving the same stop loss, okay? But again, that's some advanced stuff. But if you're going to 5-minute, right, we have this change in state of delivery on the 5, so I kind of like take that right here and I put my stop initially above this high. And if we rate the previous low right here, right, that's gonna be my first TP. So like basically I'm still gonna have 3 left. And basically that one here cover a lot of money on this. Okay, so I don't want to change my TP basically. We just run into, right? So yeah, man. So now the next TP can be, I mean, I can take this low right here, right? That's our very close sell side that we have right here. So I'll take one probably off right here. Okay. And my next is gonna be, we have some sort of rejection a lot right here. So I'm if I don't go for 50% of this right here, the truth is we only have 3 left. So I'm gonna take one right here, okay. And the next one's gonna be inside that small volume imbalance right here. Why don't go for this low? Because we're bullish on higher time frames. So right now they're just grabbing, some sell side they just grab some discount rates basically. So since we took this one right here, I can reduce my stop to 1k, let's say, just a little bit, right? 999, I think it's not bad. You see this 4-hour deflate right now as our hot sauce respawn and activating all those buy sides. So all those sell side of the curve, they can be used, right, as our delivery. Let me just put a sell side right here. There we go. So sell side liquidity. We have this sell side liquidity right here. That's a bunch of those, right? But so since it's this is 5 minutes, so I'll go on a 15-minute and I'll use the 15-minute structure for that. So like this low is perfect. I was like anticipating. This one is perfect as well. I'll use this previous 15-minute low as well. It's a sell side. And since our trade doesn't go low, I mean, I can put it on as final objective, I guess. But yeah, I'll go with that. You see on the 15-minute, we don't have a change in state of the confirmed yet. But if this 15-minute close bearish, we can have like a bearish shorter block right here. Okay. So I'm gonna keep that in mind. Let's go back on the 5-minute and So basically, what I'm gonna do is like, I think I'll just let this video play and mute myself because I don't want to talk about anything right now for that. But yeah, I'll just let it play so you guys can see what's going on. And the truth right now is like we already took like a nice profit on the first TP right here. So like this stop is it's 0.9% with $900, but we literally took like a 500 TP, right? A 500 TP or something very close to that. So like we still have this risk on the table, but we already take some out. So like right now we're kind of like reducing this risk a decent amount. So yeah. I have a second 5 minute close in a couple minutes. 1 minute, right? And the reason why I took a partial right here below this hot sauce box is because look at the amount of time that we go below the box and basically close inside of it. So like if you don't take a partial here, it can be risky, right? And if I get stopped out right now, I'm still happy, right? Because if you don't take any risk in your life, like you don't get anything, right? That's the truth. So now we're back to the opening price of that 1 p.m. right? We're inside that rejection right here, and the inverted fair value gap on the 1 minute. If I go to 1 minute, right, we're inside of this, right? So yeah, let's see, man. Let's see. We're inside the heart of this rejection, not the rejection, but like this change right here in the 1 minute, right? So this right here, okay. Almost back the original price, the entry price. Pretty interesting, but it's all good. Like we're inside this 1 minute hot sauce right here, right? Like if I put the next one on the 1 minute, you can see probably. You see, we're inside of this small 1 minute hot sauce right here, and kind of reject it, right? There's a 11 second on this 1 minute candlesticks. So there's 3 second. I'd like to see a bearish candle close right here. It's a bullish one. All right, that's good. That's all right. It's just like better when you get like some sort of like, confirmation. If this 1 minute did break above the previous rejection here, that's great. Now we're about to break below previous 1 minute low. That's interesting to me. That's also the last 5 minutes of this 15-minute close, right? So like it's a very interesting one. So I don't want to go too much on the 1 minute because it can be confusing, right? I'm gonna remove this. Let's go back on the 5 minute and just do some reading on this. So inside that rejection right here, right on the 5 minute. But we know there's a 1 minute hot sauce inside that inverted fair value gap right here. And as well, like I said, we reduced it considerably the risk because we took one partial at this low right here, right? So if it goes above this high and retake the high, which is possible, right? Like nobody knows. And if that occur, like we're literally like losing probably half of this. So it's pretty good in terms of risk. It's not the best time, by the way, to trade, right? Like it's 1 p.m. But it's really possible. There's a speech as well going on, pretty sure. But I could care less about that. So I'm gonna let this run, I guess, and pause the video and come back when it's updated. So just a quick update. We're still inside the trade, right? And basically we retrace inside that fair value gap, inverted fair value gap. Now I'd like to see this 5-minute break below this previous 5 minute to confirm that this is an area where we can like look to continue the trend lower and like this deflate entirely. But basically we're still inside the consolidation, unfortunately, but I'm very happy on what I see right now. There's like some sort of lower high form, and it's, in my opinion, pretty great. Okay, wait. That's the first rejection from 1 p.m. We didn't break above this high. We closed inside. We closed below. Now we're like almost closed below the previous 5. So like that shows that there's something going on. Like right now, if I really wanted, I can close everything and just make profit for the day, right? But I just want to push the model a little bit more. And it's also paper trade, right? Like my money's already done for the day, right? Like I trade London last night, and I just, basically last night was just a very simple setup, price delivery, and I took like 315. Okay. I think Top Step announced today that we can have 5 account now, so it's pretty cool. I'm gonna be able to buy 2 more account and have 500 account of 50k. So that's all I need, honestly. Like when you make 1,000 a day, like it's really great, man. Like it changed your life entirely, right? So the truth is, like, money is just it's just like garbage, right? Like technically, right, when you make money every day for like X amount of days, it's just stack over time, right? You don't really, I mean, it's like it just accumulate, right? So like you don't really need anything. So that's the 5 minute close right in 16 seconds. I will have preferred to see this 5 minute close below previous low, but looks like we're inside the previous range. Like it's literally a consolidation. We're like stuck inside a consolidation. So I will, if I was trading a live account, I will close everything and be done, right? Because we're stuck in a range. We're not too sure. It's not high probability. We're kind of like reducing our chance. So like, you know, that's still like a decent amount of money, right? Like if you close this right now, you're done, right? Like plus the profit that we took on this one right here. So like right now you have a risk at loss. You have a risk to take a loss because we don't know if it's gonna push for this high yet. Like it's not very clear inside a range, right? But we'll see. That's the last 5 minutes of this 15-minute close. Okay. What I can do basically, if I really want to mitigate risk a little bit more, is I can go with one buy right here. Okay. In between, perfectly in between. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this value right here, right? Go for this value right here. And I was like, not bad, right? Put it on a 50% of this. So basically we already took, right, a partial here that cover a decent amount of profit. If we go above, we take a smaller loss and we take the last loss, which is like kind of mitigate a decent amount of risk. Because like I said, it's not super high probability right now in terms of everything like for unfolding. Like I like to use, I used to like really enjoy like a nice displacement with a sell side imbalance or something that provide you a nice move, right? But yeah, on the 1 hour we still have this formation on the top. 4 hours still valid. There's a 4 hour close in 30 minutes. Okay, so there's be a new 4 hour open. So like we're kind of like in the last hour of the 4 hour close. So technically when a consolidation, right? Indeed. So if we go on a 1 minute, just curious. I don't want to anticipate too much stuff on a 1 minute for no reason, because there's a lot of noise right inside of this. There's a lot of noise, right? So we take the buy side right here, and that's small, small. There's a 1 minute hot source right here, very small, very, very small. And we're basically inside of it right now. Small volume imbalance. Those are the things that, you know, try to avoid. We are in premium of this range. Okay. That's exactly what happened. Like, so that's the reason why I took a partial here. Because when we go outside of this box, like if you look at before, right, like every time we go outside of it, like it's just literally return inside. So those are like external liquidity. But the thing is, like, if you take this rejection right here, right, you see how like it tapped perfectly. So that was my TP right here. Like that was needed, right? Yeah, if I was live, I will just close everything because it's literally stuck in the middle of nowhere, right? And it's like a very, very, very shitty range. The thing is, like, I'll say if it looks bearish, let's say, right, for a decent amount of time, like those high they become pack, right? So like, it's pretty easy to become liquidity, you know. So must be careful. Um, so we have like 5 seconds left for the 30-minute close. Those like two first portion of the 15-minute close. Mm, 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 mm. It's about to take this slow right here. Let me go. We break below that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take one off, right? Fortunately, I'm gonna take one off. I'm gonna remove this and I'll put this like right there. And this is gonna be above this high. This one specifically. So now we took two partial. So the truth, there's only two left, right? So I'm gonna go for this low right here specifically. And I'll go for this low right here, which is something that can be provided later on. But like right now, if we take this loss right here, let's say, right, I'll put 250, right? But if we take this loss right here, we're still making money. That's the truth. So that's how I kind of manage my trade, depend on if it's responding or not, because I kind of trigger the trade a little bit earlier in this case, right? Like it's a little bit took the trade a little bit early, right, in the process. Based on this right here, right? I took my trade right here based on this imbalance right here, the retest of this rejection block inverted and everything. But yeah, it's not insane. So I'll go back on the 5 minutes so we can like. And if I get stopped out, it's all good. I don't want to be in the trade anymore. If really that how you're, and also make profit overall. So that's great. I just don't want to give this trade for free. So like it's 250, it's above this high, it's above this rejection right here. It's not bad, it's not bad. All right, so that's a very tight stop, right? That's a 2 point stop. Is it? No, that's a 625 point stop. I'm about to go for it. We'll just let it go. It's very close, actually. There we go. So we're out of the trade. But that's a great example on how to mitigate loss if, let's say, you're stuck in a consolidation. So it's probably going to be the title of the video or something. I'll probably say, that is when you're stuck in a consolidation or like if it doesn't respond. But that's a great example on how you can mitigate, right? Because if you go on the you see, we made $300 total. It's not the end of the world, minus commission. So I don't know. We can see this. So like you see, like like we got like a 300 loss. That was not expected. The $50. But basically, the first trade we took was a 455, a second of 155, and basically we took a 300, which is still positive net, right? So look, it's not the end of the world. That's how I will have basically traded this. And the truth is, like, if we activated more buy side in this place lower at 2 p.m., like on a new 4-hour open or something where silver bull at p.m., it's possible that we get another trade. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video, okay? I'll wait for 2 p.m. and see what's going on, and I'll probably take a second trade on the same ID, basically. But if, like, let's say the video doesn't have that part, it's because there's nothing happening at 2 p.m., right? But I'll probably do like a nice quick queue on the 2 p.m. so you guys can see like what's going on. Because right now we have this buy side right here. I guess I'll just take this line right here. We have this buy side possible. It's a little bit higher than this high right here. So micro scale rejection right here. Right here. Boop boop. Above this high. So yeah, we can take a look of this later on. You see, if I was keeping my original stop, I would probably take a bigger loss than just like the profit that was like making on the sell side. So like sometimes you gotta be quick on your decision, right? That's why I play Tetris all the time and all that stuff, because Tetris is a nice trainer in terms of decision making and small moves. So it looks like funny, but it's a really good trainer in my opinion for decision making. It's a muscle, right, in your brain that must be developed. So like, funny enough, I just like to play Tetris for that reason, not because the game. I mean, the game is pretty fun, but right now we're inside the rejection block right here. So like, it's possible that it start rejecting this if you don't need to take this high. All right, so I'm gonna pause the video and I'll come back around 2 p.m. unless we have a nice crazy displacement of 15 minutes. But for now, I'm just sitting on my hands. I have no position running, and I'll still in profit, so that's great. All right, I'm back. So that's pretty much where we are right now on NQ on the outsource model, right? As you can see right here, we get another inverted fair value gap from here to here, right? If we retrace inside of this, I'm maybe down to take another short. Okay, it's not going to be a big position because I don't want to, risk too much on this for no reason. But like right now, we're kind of break below this low right here. It's getting like interesting. Okay, we have the 2 p.m. coming in. We're inside the macro from PM session. So if you guys don't have this yet, you can have the time box tool, which this one, right? It's on my website. and it's literally free, right? So it should like show in a couple seconds for some reason. I don't know what's going on. Perfect. So I removed all of those. I'll go with the 2 p.m. So it's 1 p.m. 1:50 to 2, 2 to 10. That's exactly this, right? Let's go back on the 1 minute. So we're inside this box right now, right? So let's zoom in a little bit. That's the 50% of the opening of this macro box, right? So do we want a short right here? Not really, right? We have a bearish fair value gap right here in the this is 1 minute, right? But we have like this small fair value gap. It's very like it's so small, god damn it. Yeah, I need to zoom a little bit, right? Because it's too small. Damn, it started, right? Alright, so we have like this one right here. That's a nice bearish fair value gap. This one right here. Okay. So if it taps into this, I'm down to take a short, put my stop above this relative equal high, and write it down, maybe. That was my second TP right here. So it's all good. This one, I'll put it red. Light red. That's the bearish fair value gap. This one should be the same, right? And this inversion right here, still there. So I don't want to short right here, right? It make no sense, yeah, right? So I'm still recording just to make sure, right? Yes, perfect. So we're about to tap in the 50% of this. Okay. So do I want to take a short immediately there? Not really. Okay, let's go to 30 second. Let's go to 15 second, 30 second, 15. Five second. All right, I'll take this one right here. Okay. Let's go back on the 1 minute. Our TP is gonna be since we swept this one, I'll go for like this volume imbalance right here. Okay. Just mute my phone because I got some message right now for some reason. There we go. All right. And I said the stop's gonna be above that relative equal high. So like I'll go 1 to 1, all right, 400, 400. And you know what? What I'm gonna do is look, we have like a 370, wait a minute. That was 360, right? We got in term of profit. Damn, I will take another one right here. Yeah, I'll take one more right here. So I reduced my price a little bit, but it's all good. So let's go for the 90. Let's go for yeah, damn. So let's go for the same volume imbalance here, okay, but reducing the risk. Decent amount, 1660. There we go. So as you can see, there's like a nice displacement, right? Like this is the proof that look at how they stop hunt this high right here specifically, right? They specifically rated this specific high, activating buy side, immediately deliver right lower. So like it's pretty encouraging. Let's go back on a 2 minute. Reason why I go on a 2 minutes because it's so scuff, right? Like it's you cannot read that shit. Like you can read it, but it's so scuffs. Like you collapse more time frame together with 2 minute, 3 minute. It give you better understanding, better read, right? Okay, that's my iPad. I was like, what the hell? I muted my phone and I still got some alerts. I was like, what? Oh, it's possible. Well, that's because I have my iPad closed. Right now, that thing that I find interesting is this divergence right here. Okay, like this low right here and this low. I'd like to go through this. Otherwise, that's a new. There we go. How much it is? Just curious to see. That's 15 points. You know, it's not bad at all. Let's go for a 15 flat. All right, if you don't mind. I guess can I put this in a points instead? Profit or yeah, like ticks. Damn, not ticks that I want. Anyways, it's all good. Yeah, I wanted a 15 flat, so like 15 flat is 1886.50, 86.50. This price right here. There we go. Basically aim for this small fair value gap right here. So I'd like to go through this, right? Well, let's say I take a loss right now, right? 600. Um, I'm gonna be net negative of 300 on the account, let's say. So that's why I kind of like monitored that. There's a 2 p.m. open, like silver bullet in 3 minutes. So again, what I like right now is this yellow box from the there's a lot of thing on my screen I know right now, but look at how we reject the premium price right here. That's great. That's really great. We're inside this macro here. The next one's gonna open at 2 to 10, right? 2 to 10, and we're gonna basically put a vertical line at 210 so we can keep track a little bit on the time process. This one's closed at like 2, so like we knows, right? We knows that there's a couple candle left on the 1 minute, 2 minute, right? So I just don't like my stop placement right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it above this high right here specifically. So 800, and I'll go for a little bit more target too because I want a 1-to-1, right? It's just because it was inside of this fair value gap, right? So like it's just I really like this right here. Take the buy side right above this swing high. Um, it's interesting. So basically, we're gonna go on a new 4-hour open. So we have a massive rejection compared to the this wicks right here, right? Like if we measure those wicks on the 4-hour, we have a 22 points, 22 handle wicks on the bottom. Okay, and we have a top wicks of like almost the double, right? So it's still like a nice rejection, like in terms of like dynamics of price, you know. So that gives you some sort of confirmation. So it's great. All right, so it's 2 p.m. right now. That's the basically the silver bullet PM session. It's more than that, but let's keep it that way. If we retake this low, I'm almost tempted to take everything, you know, because we're gonna be positive for the day. So like it's again like the more you're greedy in this industry, the more you just get punished all the time, right? So being greedy it's a very bad thing, right? So you try to be like more more neutral. Because it's fear and greed, right? So like if you eliminate the greed, you automatically can trigger more fear. So like you try to keep it balanced between, right? So it's like you don't want to be fearful, but you want to be a little bit greedy, but not too much. Because if you go too much, you're gonna get pinched. So like there's like a some sort of fair value that you can reach for, right? Um, that's a small volume imbalance here in 30 seconds. I'm on a very low time frame, right? Like it's not crazy right now. It's not really worth to. The thing right now is all the liquidity above has been swept already, so I don't really see myself going up again. Maybe for this portion here, but like that's why I have my stop here in the 50% of this wicks. Because I don't really expect some premium take on this. So that's the small. I can remove this. It's not necessary really right now, but there we go. That's the monster coming out, right? Let's go back on a 1 minute. So we almost rated this low right here. That's the immediate low I will look for at sell side. Very, very small sell side, but it's still there, right? This low right here. Both of them. I want to swap this. We're like inside the 4-hour opening range, so like it's a little bit rangy. Damn, that's gonna be literally a 1 hour video. That's insane. But people that listen that can get some value out of it, right? For sure. They can learn something. That's the goal. See markets take for some premium arrays slowly. We're inside the rejection block of that previous 1 minute bearish. We right above the previous high. See how this C right here matched this low right, this opening value right here. That's pretty interesting, right? Must be random, right? So we're back at this opening value right here. We're basically in a premium of this fair value gap, right? 30-second left on this candle. Basically activating a little bit of buy side above this swing high inside the fair value gap. So I'd like to see it close inside. That would be the best in 15 seconds. If it doesn't, I want to see the next candle drop because automatically I'll take the loss. I don't want to go back for premium of that rejection here. It's pretty hard right now. This value right here. So we closed the fair value gap entirely. Okay. Let's go back on 30 seconds so I can see a little bit more development on time. If we break 30-second below this low, that can be nice. That's cool. That's what I wanted to see. No, I don't want this to become an inversion. Right. That's the high of the macro open right here, right? So sometimes they likes to take this high Fortunately, my stop is right there, so it's not the play, right? It's not the best. Right now, I'm negative $100 overall on the account. Right, $100. So I still play with not play, but I still have some sort of big position, but I kind of mitigate massive problem, massive loss, right? Still, but it's extremely hard right now. Like, that's a dealing range, so I'm just gonna put it off fib on that. Can I get this high, please? Now we're really in premium of it, right? That's very, very. Look at my stop loss right there. It's literally above this fair value gap, right? That's a displacement I wanted to see in premium. And I'll take one more here. Okay. Same invalidation. Because I really like that rejection from premium price in that small, not volume imbalance, small fair value gap on the 1 minute. Let's go back on the 1 minute. Let's go back on 30-second. Is it gonna stop me out? Probably not. If it does, it's all good. We're just tape reading, we're just learning, we're just practicing. We do something, right? Like it's uh it's the reason why we use paper trade, on those type of days, on those types of like relax afternoon, just like reading. So we got stopped out. That's perfect. It's all good. It's all good. Liquidity is very hard in the afternoon sometime. We take the sell side, immediately rebalance in this equilibrium. We're back inside this hot sauce box again, right? That must be random. So basically, if we get a nice displacement in a 30-second, 1 minute below previous low, right? It can be something, but for now, it's just nothing, right? So let me see right here. We're down 800. It's all good. 600 technically almost, right? That's why the stop placement was not ideal. And the fact that I took a second trade increased the loss as well, so I was not expecting this. It's all good. So here I'm gonna go back with three, not 3 million, but three. uh, I basically wait. Let me see on the 5 minute. Yeah, on a 5 minute, there's not even the 1 5 minute bearish candlesticks. It's closing 30-second. If that 5 minute closes bearish, because we have a nice. Okay, like, look, I'm gonna remove some stuff right now because there's too many stuff, right? Let's take this right here as bearish fair value gap, right? We tap into, right? Really, really clean. Yeah, this 5 minutes not gonna close bearish. There's a 3 second left. Let's see, right? Also quadrant this wicks right here, so I can see better. Let's reverse this. There we go. So we're almost at 50% of that previous wicks. So we said it's 40 points wick, so like we're almost 20 points inside of this previous wicks. Right, that's a bearish rejection, so like we calculate the retracement inside of it. But also we have this bearish fair value gap right here. order block right here on the 4 hour. So everything is kind of aligned, right? I can see the 1 minute too on my other screen real quick. So we have a nice rejection of those 3 previous high. That's a new 5 minute open like 1 minute ago, right? That's also the last 5 minutes of that 15. So if I look at this 15, that's a bullish 15, but we have a bearish hot source on the 15 minute. We're exactly inside of it right now. We retake the previous 5 minute high right now because I can see on my other screen, right? So like, let's wait a little bit. We're gonna get that run, right? 50% of that dealing range right now. We're literally inside of it right now, the 15 minute. That's the premium value of this bearish FVG. So I'm gonna type this right here. 5 minute FVGs. CBs. Let's keep it that way. Bottom right, perfect. Let's go back on the 1 minute. See this 1 minute break above previous high. Let's short this with 3, okay, would stop above this high specifically. Let's go with 495. TP is gonna be this low, obviously. Like it's a nice low, right? The truth is, if that was my live account, I will stop trading as soon as I took this loss right here. Because if you start like always like it's like arguing with someone, you know, it never stop. Like if you start like trading and just take another one, and it's just like it's just become upset of over time if you take another loss, let's say. But since we're just paper trading, but also like learning that we're just, you know, I think it's just the play, the retake the trade based on what you see. Like it doesn't like affect you really, right? So the only reason I took that is because this 1 minute here reject the premium of this massive 5 minute fair value gap. So you see, and since I target this low right here, you know, it's very simple. We start from the 50% as well. Like that was a multiple rejection, right? Rejection of the CBs, order block, as well the hot sauce 50% premium of this all dealing range. So like 50% of this wicks, you know, all those stuffs combined together, they make me push that button right here at the open of this new candle with 3. And I have a very small stops, you know. Even I can put it above this high with 6. I mean, I'll try to keep it 600 max. Because this it's a nice reward, right? 1.7. It's the low, right? Can have in like 1.8. So it's double the risk. It's 1 to 2, right? Let's go back on the 30 seconds. Do some reading right here. It's a small bearish fair value gap. We reject this. That's nice. If we considerably like below this low, I may be down to take one more and put it at stop like very, very tight. You basically see the whole thing forming right now, right? It's pretty clean. So what happened here is we engage, right? If I recap a little bit, we engage buy side above this high, right? Engage buy side above that 10 macro as well on the new 5 minute. Okay, it basically retrace inside of this range. And my goal is to retake this low right here. So if you don't use this macro box, bro, you're sleeping on that really. time box. There's multiple stuff in there, right? Like you have all the macro of the day because ICT confirmed that it's every hours, and I kind of like put that online way before that he confirmed that it's every hours. Okay, so I understood before that's like every hours because I can see it, right? So we have the CBDR. We're inside of it right now. Okay, so that's central bank dealing range. So what do you think they're dealing right now? Right. So let's see right here. We're almost back to profit, right? There we go. We're back positive net, which is really not bad. I'll go for this low right here, right? It's very simple. Like I'm not greedy. I'm not anything. I just want this low, make profit, and I'll be done for the day on this trade specifically. I can close everything right now and being done basically. Can I reduce the risk right now? I probably can reduce the risk probably couple points, but I'll stick like that for now, okay? Just in case that they wants to take another previous high or something like rigged like we see right now kind of, right? And I'm not adding any position. I'm done, it's all good. It's really good. It's all good. All right, so we're back outside that hot sauce box. Pretty close, right? We're very close of the low of this box. Guess I'll just put this right here. So when you're back testing, right, you start from an equity of 100K, and your goal is just to keep the equity positive, and basically, try to make it like it's going for the TP, right? Right? Damn, dude. Usually those move right there, those are like the nice one you want to take for a partial. Okay, let's say we take that big move, boom, you close a one partial. Just to get paid, pay the trader, that's the most important thing in the equation, right? Um so now what do we have? We have this sell side right here. Okay. Sell side right here. And we have this previous sell side as well, so that they're both like almost relative, right? And it's there, man. Want to see that? Because if it doesn't take that, it's not good. So right now, what I can do basically is I can put a break even. It's a little bit early, but I don't want to risk some premium erase right now, like on this. Like those are like enough, We're far a little bit, right? How many points we are right now? Yeah, it's a 70 point. Like it's really good, man. It's really, really good, really good. So come on, we want those lows to be run, and I can close this videos because it's it's a little bit. It's been 1 hour 13 minutes that I do this reading, but there's hopefully there's a lot of value that you guys can like get out of that or data mine or like just like extract. That's the goal, right? Like I push like a raw gem, okay, and that raw gem needs to be like extract and also needs to be polished. There's a lot of works on your side as well. It's not only consume the video like McDonald's food and like just go to toilet like 10 minutes after, you know what I mean? Like there's some stuff that needs to be studied, right? Like that needs to be, oh shit, like I just saw this thing, right? But, and it's like, oh, this I maybe take notes of that as well because this is like valuable. Like this is something I didn't know before that I'd like to be like more open on the next trade I'm gonna take based on the information I got right there. And I'm not a teacher, right? I'm just a trader that do my stuff. I just basically share my opinion, share my stuff, my experience that I gain over years. You know, it's been 8 years that I trade now, right? So like, I'm not like I'm not a top genius. I'm just a very curious person, and it's just like the way it is. So come on, folks, just drop this low so we can close the video, right? And that's gonna be a very low-hanging fruit hot sauce model combined with servable at PM session. Oh, very close, right? But that's pretty much how I trade, to be honest. And there's like still a lot of potential to go lower, but it's 2 p.m. right? It's a range, it's central bank dealing range. So like it's a range, right? So it's gonna go up and down and up and down and up and down, you know. So like, and the truth, if you don't take this profit right now, like you're, you know, kind of like giving up on. So we're positive 1k. Okay, it's pretty good, man. You know, not gonna lie, it's pretty good. So I'm gonna release this video today. All right, so hope you guys enjoy the videos, and basically if you can go over that and practice, right, it's the play, right? You know, like, so all of this setup was based on the 4 hours. So we base our trade from the higher time frame, break it down, lower time frame, and just basically build upon. So that's gonna be my first video of 1 hour. That's a nice lecture, I believe. It's a 1 hour lecture. So hopefully you guys enjoy, and don't miss to subscribe to the channel, because it's gonna be more and more. And I just kind of like fall in the love with the process of like creating content on YouTube. I think I like this. Something that I appreciate. Also appreciate the fact that you guys leave some comments, say something, you know, just like it's valuable. So I like, and I really appreciate like what you share, you know. Uh, so hopefully you guys enjoy, and we catch later on. Bye bye.